Anchor, or whatever the body you're listening to this on. We got literally our first one. We got like literally I'd like applied if I can get this podcast on other streaming services, and pretty much in like a day I got all of them. So this podcast, I'm not gonna say it blew up, but you know, it went places very swift. But this is our second installment. Shit's getting lit. E3 just passed. But before we get into all that, I'm with my same co-hosts as last time, Arculand and Ghost War. If I say Joseph or Sean, that's their like real life names, so I really don't feel like jumping back and forth in the gamer tag for that shit. That's a lot of shit. So would you guys like to introduce yourself again? You don't have to say all that other shit because we did that the first time.
I guess my name's Sean, aka Arculand. So if you hear any of those two things, you know who it is. I don't have any experience. I'm just a guy who likes to play video games. I've been playing video games my whole life, and we like to talk about pretty much everything here. So.
I heard Joseph use his mic because I know he's talking to other people. So I don't know if he's gonna hop on and there he is.
I'm Ghost. I'm Joseph. This bitch fucking shot me again. I swear to everything I love, bro.
He comes on the mic saying,
32 goddamn hell!
This is a great start.
I gotta go. I'm sorry.
Oh my goodness. Alright.
He blew himself up and Joseph up. That's crazy.
Right.
But yeah, we're playing Rainbow Six right now, so there's emotions running kind of hot.
Kind of hot. Kind of
so
hot.
Sorry about that. Yeah, Ghost War, Joseph. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. Fucking goodness. Alright. So, E3 just passed. It was last week. Honestly, if I'm being completely honest with you, I'm kind of disappointed. Like, I don't know if, hold on, I'll say this. I'll preface this by saying this. I don't know if I've just, like, my opinion on gaming has changed so drastically. Because a couple of years back, I remember being E3 and, like, stuff like that was, like, the hype shit. And now, like, after, like, AAA game after AAA game after game has been a disappointment. I don't know if, like, if E3 has been the same as it's always been, and I'm just, a lot more strict on what I consider or to get hyped for in my game criteria. Because these cinematic trailers that they were showing, I don't care about that. They don't show anything gameplay related. It doesn't matter to me. And if we're being like, if we're taking that at face value, there wasn't there wasn't much gameplay at E3 at all. It was mostly trailers and slight reveals, and a lot of companies that we were expecting, like The Last of Us and Naughty Dog, weren't even there. So I guess one of the big things, arguably, was Final Fantasy, and then that Google Stadia like console that they have, which I know absolutely nothing about. But yeah, we have Cyberpunk 2077, and everyone and their mom's talking about that shit already. But everyone was like, Keanu, John Wick. I'm just like,
yo, you not freaking lying.
I'm just like, yo, the game looked fire before. Like, why? Like, people are like, oh, now I want to get the game and look into it because he's in it. I'm like, yo, if you pay attention, the game looked peak before he was even announced. And we don't even know anything about him. Maybe he's just a cameo, like we've been saying. Maybe he's just a little NPC that says two things over and over again. Is he, like, huge into the story? We don't know. Is he even in that part of the game? We don't know.
I wouldn't say. Because they wanted to, get a little guap, you know what I mean? So they probably, used him mostly for, as you said, like a cameo, just to really get people interested in the game enough to actually like.
Sean, do you currently have anything that says warning on the top right of your screen?
No.
You want to shoot this nigga for me, please?
Got you. Just poking up.
This nigga right here. Just this nigga right here.
Okay.
In the head. Thank you. Stupid fucking faggot putting me at 8 health. Fuck you, nigga. Suck my fucking dick. Oh, wait.
Wow.
My bad.
No. This has never been a PG freaking podcast. Go off, sis.
I'm about to say, that's just real life right there.
You stupid bitch.
That's what Rainbow Six is really like. that's what Rainbow Six really feels like.
I'm about to say.
No apologies necessary. Oh, a nigga just got fucking shit on downstairs.
Yeah, I'd rather like Joseph say that and be genuine, and then like 7 podcasts down the road, this is starting to pick up traction, you're starting to get mad viewers, and all of a sudden he says that. I'd rather like be genuine from the start, so no surprises come later.
Yeah. So that people know what they're coming into from the get.
Alright, bitch, leave the fucking game, you fucking faggot.
Yeah, Cyberpunk 2077 is where we're at.
That shit looks heat already. Like, it doesn't really need a lot of, there's a guy on, over here.
I'm just doing all these fucking trials over and over again because I have pretty much nothing else to do.
Legit, my main thing with that game is I love the way the world looks. I mean, the world looks like it actually has a life in it. Mm-hmm. And whether or not they're gonna be able to like keep that as like an actual like facet of the game, and it's gonna be actually interactive and stuff like that, is like what's really gonna make it count. I don't care about Keanu Reeves. I'm getting the game, pre-ordering it, regardless of how, you know, it ends up playing, because it's one of those games that at least it looks like it's trying to do something that's never been done before. With the other games that we've seen games that are trying to go massive scale, massive this. This game isn't really about massive scale, like, or at least not from my point of view. It seems like it's really about.
Correct.
It seems like it's mostly about, you know, really, how do you say that? Being inclusive, I guess. And like, you know, like really creating a really in-depth world for you to be in. So I don't really care if it's not huge, but I like what I'm seeing already. And it's one of those things where I want to say I at least have it a part of my collection, a part of my library, good or bad. But like, yeah. Also, I am a super huge Cyberpunk nerd. You know, I go on like Instagram and stuff like that. I look to do like Cyberpunk related like art and stuff like that. I love the whole concept of like, you know, cybernetic enhancements, or a world where everybody is using cybernetic enhancements. And that shit just sounds super cool to me.
So like Deus Ex and all that.
Exactly, and I played Deus Ex. Like, I love that concept of like, I got a freaking metal arm, I just gotta drill people with my metal arm, just drill them. That sounds so cool. Remember I was telling you guys, I was like, yo, if I could like, if in the future there's an option for me to take my arm off and put like a different arm on that hoe, I'm taking that. I don't really mind having a fake arm, you know what I mean?
What if it like goes haywire and gets hacked and you just start hitting yourself in the face with it over and over again?
I mean, here's the thing. I feel like at that point, it shouldn't even be on the market. You know what I mean? Like that's like bleeding edge technology type of bullshit to happen. And if it is gonna happen, there's nothing that anybody can do about it. Like, that's some fucking Ghost in the Shell shit, where like there's just like nothing you can really do to stop that from happening. So it's just like,
am I eating here? Sure.
It's just like you kind of have to let it happen. Like, but think about all the upsides where people are not being dicks. Sounds mad cool.
You're not lying. There would be like, I really can't think of like many negatives besides after a couple years you get like you forget what your own arm feels like. But I feel like, you know, the trade-offs would definitely outweigh that.
In the future, would that even be, you know, a problem? Oh, Joseph knifed him. He even shoot. Why does your pistol have a fucking sniper scope on it?
I don't know.
But yeah, like, I feel like in the future, would that even be a problem? We can already, like, we already have cybernetics and stuff like that where people can feel. You know what I mean? How much longer is it going to take before we have cybernetics where people can, you know, or we already have prosthetics where people can feel? How much longer is it going to be until we have cybernetics where people can feel, and then they can feel heat on it and everything like that? Like,
I recall you saying that,
sounds like a...
we also have like 2 like supposed like government approved actually like cybernetic people.
Yeah, the one that I know about, he has like this thing that comes out the back of his head. What the hell? It allows him to see different electromagnetic waves, including visible light. So he can see in like what the hell is that shit called? Alright, so we're playing Rainbow Six Siege, right? They got like thermal stuff, like thermal scopes that allow you to see on a different like spectrum of light, right? And so like he can see that with his regular eyes. You know what I mean? So you can see different kinds of like of electromagnetic waves, which is really cool. The cybernetic enhancement, he did the surgery. I think it said he did the surgery on himself, and it looks really retarded. Like it makes him look like a person from like straight out Star Trek. It makes him look really stupid, but it's cool still. Hold up. But and then there's another guy.
What'd you say?
Who?
No, I was talking about the map. My bad.
Like literally, you can search it up right now. He looks so ridiculous. He has look even more ridiculous. But it's dope to see that it's a thing that can happen. You know what I mean? Very dangerous. Probably like not good for you, but you know, cool still. His name was Neil Harbison. And he had like extreme color blindness, which means he could only see in black and white. But now he's able to see like different colors that humans can't really see. He actually has a specialized electronic eye, or an eyeborg, or whatever you want to call it. So he can perceive colors as sounds. And like he has like a bunch of other like cybernetic enhancements, including the antenna that's on his head. There are other people who have like ones that allow them to see. Hold up, I just gotta play Rainbow right quick. But yeah, there are other people who have ones that allow them to see or feel where natural north is, or real north. So he's like a big ass compass, and that is kind of lit, because it's a thing that you don't really see as like a real thing. To you, it's like fairy tale, you know what I mean? When in reality, no, it's not a fairy tale. That's like real shit. Like you can really do that. Like actually kind of crazy.
Man, that sounds fucking, oh my goodness, that sounds fucking, that sounds fire. Like, I remember seeing, what were those, like, those little robots that, like can sprint and, like, they know what, like, terrain they're walking on, so they can adjust their, like, walking and stuff like that. And, like, one of them can, like, he got pushed down, he was carrying the box, and he stood himself back up. Those little Andromeda robots, those look fleet.
I'm about to say, like, I've always thought that was, like, super freaking cool. That's always been something I was like, yo, like, if I could ever get a chance to feel what it's like to see on a spectrum of light that I'm not supposed to, nigga, I'm taking that shit.
Like, you know how, like,
you
know how lit that would be for, like, painters and artists like that? They can see, like, colors that we can't see.
About to say, like, that just sounds lit. I don't know, like, I don't know about anybody else, but, like, I would totally want, like in the Cyborg, the 2077 trailer, where, like, the cinematic trailer where he was freaking, like, shooting at people, right? And he's shooting, but, like, he's shooting at the guy, or the guy's trying to shoot him, and the guy grabs him, and then his cybernetic arms, like, fold out into, like, big-ass sword blades. I was like, what the bati? That sounds lit. Or that looks lit. There's a guy right here. I'm trying to scan him. There you go. Alright, but yeah. Like it just looks lit. Like, why would you not want that? Like, to me, like, that's just like fire.
The game is in first person, right?
Whip my shit out.
What, Cyberpunk?
Right? What?
The game is in first person, right?
We don't know yet.
Yeah, it is.
It is?
Yeah, the all the gameplay I've seen has been in first person, and I think it switches to third person sometimes.
No, that's why I was confused. I was like, I've definitely seen some shit, but I thought that was like cinematic. Well, let me see.
I don't know much about that game. So like, is there like character customization or like, is it just one set of character? Like,
Nigga, I would hope
you
so.
play as Keanu Reeves.
I feel like I think there's like you play as a centralized character, but I remember you being able to play as a girl. So I think you get to. It's like one of those games like what is that damn game? The Assassin's Creed game, Odyssey, where you can be a girl or a boy, but it kind of doesn't matter because.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that. I feel like, or from what I saw, that's what it looks like it is.
Uncle told me there's some customization in that. There's male and female. So.
Yeah, so there's like a male and female. I think you get to do some light customizing, but apart from that, it's pretty much just, you know, what you see is what you get. You get to be like whoever you want to be and have the cybernetic enhancement that you want. So I guess I mean, you could say that. I guess you could say that they do have customization.
But like, okay, so say like the story mode, like the customization is only but so, you know, in depth. That'll be fun. But if it's like online, you can make your whole different type of nigga. That shit would be fire. I hope you can do that.
There's niggas in here. Be careful. I'm about to say, I don't know if they're gonna have an online version. I hope they think about it. You know, just so you can use the cybernetic enhancements in like a multiplayer environment. Oh.
There'll obviously be like balance issues and all that shit, but
I think it would just be fun to just play it like casually and not anything serious.
Yeah. Because people be trying to make competitive games out of anything nowadays. I'm like, yo, most competitive stuff came from the community, not because of the game itself was meant to be competitive. That's how games die. Like, what was that game?
I'm about to say.
Was it Battleborn? That game, like, that Overwatch? People said it looks like Overwatch a lot?
Yeah. I think they shouldn't have did it like that. Or at least they should have, like, maybe tried to put, like, you know, delay it or put it out a different time. But it was kind of destined to die just based on the time it came out. So
I'm about to say.
Like,
yeah. That game looks very promising. Like, pretty much the only game I have my eyes set on, besides The Last of Us 2, which wasn't even at E3, so I don't want to, you know, keep getting hyped for that game. That game's never gonna come out. Like, oh, that game's coming out in 2021. And I'm like, nah, fam. I need something from that game to get hype over it.
I always hated that, where it's like, oh yeah, the game isn't gonna come out until freaking 4042.
But here's this drip ass trailer.
About to say, here's this trailer that really doesn't show you much.
Here's a cinematic trailer to get you hype and show you absolutely nothing in the game that's coming out this year.
Fucking corner, take care of him.
Take care of that man.
But yeah, what other games are there? Doom Eternal, obviously, that game's a cop. Just because I didn't even give a fuck about the story. I didn't give a fuck about the story of the last one. I just wanted to kill shit.
Boy, I listened to the music while walking to the bus stop.
This guy. But I'm like, what is that game? Star Wars Jedi: The Fallen Order. I mean, like, we tried with Battlefront on 2 separate occasions, and that game obliterated itself. It swallowed itself. And this one's made by Ubisoft. Yo, it's not like, yo, EA and Ubisoft are not that different. So I'm like, yo, you best hope, yo, the way you're handling all your other games, you best hope this is the one.
I feel like with Ubisoft, they make a lot of promises, but then they just downgrade it a bit.
A bit?
I'm about to say, they're like, it's gonna be like, it's gonna be so freaking cool, and you're gonna be able to do all this shit, and then you get in, and it's like, you can't even play with your friends. I was about to say that That lady who fell off the freaking thing. You start getting hurt. That's all it is. You just being hurt and betrayed and feeling like you got like scammed.
That's why I don't care about the new Watch Dogs. So I'm like, yo, the first one was so boring. Aiden was the worst character in any story game history. And the downgrades, the graphical downgrades were so buns. It's like, yo, and the second one was a tad bit better, but it wasn't even all that.
The first one? Oh, hold up. We gotta go back to that multiplayer. That shit was garboja. I don't understand. It was so oogie boogie, bro. It was so oogie boogie. That was not okay. You got in. You had everybody had unlimited ammo. There were barely any game modes, so just give up on that. There are barely any game modes, so you don't even really get to do that. If you're trying to play and you think that like you're gonna get some kind of like chieftain, you pretty much the only thing you get to do is just run around. That's it.
Pretty much.
That's all you get to do. You just get to run around and freaking, you know, kinda like, you know, generally get to know where you're going. Like, there's no real reason why you're doing anything. The game modes are uninspired. You just feel sad when you played that multiplayer. I don't even know why they even put it in the game. There was nothing in it. Everybody had unlimited ammo. You couldn't run out of bullets. I'm like, what was this even for, Chief? I spent so much money on that game. And like, you would even understand how much money I spent on that game when it came out. I pre-ordered it and everything. You would even understand how much money I spent on that game. I loved the idea and the concept. I liked all of that shit, and it just disappointed the hell out of me.
I'm about to say, that was the game, the trailer, yo, when he was in the sex trafficking thing, and he was getting cornered, and he flipped out his phone and shut the whole shit down. It was like, yes, yeah. And the game came out, it was like, no.
On the train, and he was hacking the thing so they couldn't. I was like, oh no, this game is gonna be drip.
And then the second one came out, which was slightly better, but only because the first one was so garbage. Like, it didn't improve pretty much anything.
If the first one wasn't so butt, then you wouldn't need a second one.
Dang.
Down your bitch ass. Stop peeking that.
He's peeking me right now. You go down them stairs and then take a right.
Alright, hold on.
And now this third one is like,
thank you.
Apparently you can recruit anybody off the street. So every single, and this is what they're saying. Every NPC in the whole world you can recruit to your little thing, and they'll have. Oh no!
Yeah, sorry, I just drilled a bunch of niggas. It's okay though. Let's continue.
Oh no! Okay, well, like, so apparently in the Watch Dogs 3, every NPC on the world you can recruit them into your little thing. And they'll have their own separate dialogue trees, and they have their own separate animations, own separate dialogue trees, own separate everything. I'm like, are you every NPC? You sure about that one? Every NPC.
I'm about to say, you mean you're gonna have 14 presets and you're gonna spread them over a crowd of 14 million, so it's gonna seem like there's only 4 kinds of niggas running around. It's what you mean to say. That's what you mean to say.
I'm about to say, I'm like, that sounds way too good to be true. I've heard that one before.
Stop lying to people.
I've heard that one from Fallout 76. Twice the everything. I'm like, I heard that from No Man's Sky and Fallout 76. You're not fooling nobody with that.
They said every nigga. I'm like, yo. At this point, I'm just like, yo, I'm just gonna use my imagination, nigga.
I'm about to say, I'm gonna try my real hardest to not get any of the people I actually really like killed.
I'm about to say. And because you can dress them up, you can kind of make them look different. I'm gonna get a few people who are actually unique in the game. I'm just gonna hold on to those characters. I don't know about all that other stuff.
I'm about to say.
Because all that other stuff sounds like a waste of time to me. Sounds like a big old waste of time.
Big old waste of time and disappointment.
just a fat waste of energy. But I do like the idea of the game though. I think that, you know, if it ever goes on sale or something, or if it comes out and it's actually rocking some hard shit, you know what I mean, and it's a pretty good game, I'll get it. But for right now, those promises they're making don't seem realistic, so I don't know about that.
Exactly. Borderlands 3, I really don't care about. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't care about. I'm just not following it that hard. If the game comes out and turns out to be drip, if it's like a good looter shooter that is fun with friends and stuff like that, then sure, I'll look into it. But I'm never really hyped about the Borderlands series ever. Even when the first one dropped, the second one dropped, the remake, I really never cared about any of those.
I think it was a little too cartoonish for me, which is why I didn't really enjoy it.
I would say, like, for me at least, that wasn't the case. The game was just boring, so.
I enjoyed the cartoony nature of the game. What I didn't enjoy, however, was the fact that like you can't play. Too many people can't play one character. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, okay, you want to play that character, right? But so does your friend, and there's like, not everybody wants to play a stocky, nasty-looking nigga. So not everybody.
A Gibraltar ass nigga.
I'm about to say, not everybody can play, you know, a stocky ass nigga or wants to. So it's kind of like, there's not enough cool shit to go around in the game. Like me, I only like 3 characters, and if I'm not playing them 3 characters, that's it. That's it. Like, I'm not playing it at all. And I'm the kind of person who I don't like playing the same person that someone else is playing, or having to argue with somebody over what character, you know, I want to play.
Exactly. Oh, I'll play. You can play in this mission, then we'll play in the next. Like this is player 1, player 2 back in the 1970s. No, Chief. No, you can stop. Like.
I didn't say I don't want to do that.
Speaking of character locks, I'm gonna segue this into Apex real swift. Season 2, well, like this, they came out with their little live stream before E3 started. And a little season 2, little Caucasian chick, blue eyes, blonde hair, and she's a little trap beast in the studio. She can trap beast. She can do little light fixtures and like make lines and stuff like that. And I don't know like how it works. It's like, say if like only like nobody can go through but her, including teammates. So like kind of like Caustic Smoke, which I don't like about that character. Like, why I'm on his team, why is his smoke affecting me and slowing me down? That's I hate that so much. I'm just like, that makes having Caustic on your team so bad, because it's like it makes the character counterintuitive. So it's just like, he'd be a good solos character, but it's like the character's strength is holding down buildings and stuff like that, and doors and stuff like that. So it's just like, okay, I'm gonna put this trap out the door, but that means my teammates can't leave the door either. So we're kind of all trapped in this one house, and only he can see through the smoke. So it's just like, what? But anyway,
Mati.
So it's just like this character is just like, okay, I know she can set little. I don't even know what they do. They do like, I don't know if it's like, if you stay inside the cone or both. Well, we didn't really say much about the character, but there's a lot of stuff coming that they said or claimed. Ranked mode, etc., etc., and new guns and skins and stuff like that in the battle pass. I'm just like, yo, you best hope you don't release that filth of a first battle pass. You best not do that again.
To be fair, they have delivered on everything since the battle pass that they said they were gonna deliver on, and they haven't had to put. They haven't been like, you know, doing that fuck shit where they push it back and they keep pushing it back. They keep saying, all right, next month. Sorry, man, couldn't get to you. Next month. Like, you know, like an absent dad or some shit. Like, they're not doing that fuck shit. At least they're like actually putting stuff out when they say they're going to, which gives me faith in the game. I've had faith in Apex since it came out, because like for a company that has people who aren't really sorry, there's a bunch of weird shit that's happening. Leave me alone. For a company full of people who don't really seem to have much, they didn't have much faith in the game that they were creating. They were really quick with the uptake to, like, you know, fix it up and and try to make it good and like try to keep up with it, even though they weren't expecting it to be good or for it to be well received, which I respect. Because it's like,
has Respawn made anything other than the Titanfall games? I
help,
feel like I only know Respawn as a Titanfall.
They helped with the classic Modern Warfare games.
what am I saying?
They made MW2 and they helped with MW3.
Okay, I didn't know that.
But MW3 not so much. It was more Raven. That's why MW3 was garbage, arguably. But yeah, they're known for stuff like besides Titanfall, just not popular. And then Titanfall itself wasn't even all that popular when it first came out.
I was about to say, when it dropped, it wasn't like hot like that, and even after it came out, it wasn't really like super well received.
And it was like, yo, this game is so underrated. Like that's all people used to say. All YouTubers who played that game was like, yo, this game is so fluid and everything, and my shots land, and people die, and the Titans, it's so fluid. God. And then it's just like, okay. And then they tried it out, and never heard anything about it again. And I would love to play like Titanfall 2 like right now. It's just like the game's dead. So
I'm about to say,
I prefer Titanfall games over Apex, if I'm being completely honest.
You're a nasty ass.
I prefer Apex only because I haven't really played Titanfall, and because like I'm not really like this is an unpopular opinion. I like battle royales, like I do.
Ooh.
I do indeed like a battle royale.
Oh, Sean.
But you know, I don't feel upset when companies put battle royales in their game. I just feel like you shouldn't substitute battle royales for a game. Like, if your game isn't a battle royale, don't take out the game and put a battle royale in its place. That's fucking bullshit.
Call of Duty Black Ops 4 story mode, getting rid of it.
H1Z1.
I'm about to say, H1Z1, what the Monty? It's supposed to be about zombies. There's not one zombie, not even in the freaking battle royale.
And all the maps were ripped completely from the zombie game mode, so it's not like even the maps were like, you know, like battle royale like made. They just completely ripped the maps from H1Z1. They didn't even change anything.
Why? You need to stop playing with people's kids. Y'all need to stop playing with people. And GameStop, stop playing with people's kids. Stop trying to sell people their games back for freaking 30 pennies, nigga. What the hell is wrong with you?
And wasn't King of the Kill, like the first H1Z1, the King of the Kill, didn't you have to pay for that? So they made H1Z1 the zombie mode separate from the King of the Kill modes you had to pay for additionally? Get the hell out of here. Stop playing.
I was about to say, people just been doing that now. They're just like, yeah, I don't want to actually like, I want to hop on a wave instead of actually like making the game, you know, really interesting and making it so that people want to play it 4 days from now, 2 days from now. And then H1, I'll tell you some things H1 did well, in my opinion. I think H1 really had a good grip on like gun mechanics. The guns felt alright to shoot, ironically.
And hit detection was good too, not even going front.
I'm about to say, the guns felt good to shoot, and you didn't feel like people could just laser you. You like every gun had like things it could do and things it couldn't do. Some people could use AKs super effectively, some people couldn't. Like, and that was really nice to see that the game, you know, allowed people to do that. And
they were listening to the community.
Allowed people.
Like, when the crossbow was like that crossbow was OD. It was an EMP and it did explosive damage and it killed people in 2 shots and it completely negated armor and did straight health. And the combat shotgun back in the day, back when we used to play it, that John was an issue. And they nerfed both of them.
I'm about to say, they don't play around to like really like nerf shit when it's a problem, and I enjoy that.
Anything you want to say or include, Joseph? Because I know you play Titanfall and Apex longer than we have.
I mean, the Titanfall series was like the first game I enjoyed it, but like the second game was where it was at. Like I played that game very competitively, and oh god, we're all dead.
Oh my goodness.
And he dropped something from the ceiling, which he's gonna do it again very soon.
Oh. I was on my camera and I just got blown the fuck up.
Give me a second, Tyler.
Got you. Oh, that's my government. Damn.
My bad.
Oh, that's real life. Damn. We'll continue.
But with Apex, it brought out like a new battle royale kind of feeling. Cause I started playing Fortnite. I didn't start playing it. I was playing Fortnite, and like at first, when everything was all smooth and the map was just green, there was no actual texture to the fucking map. You know, I was able to just go in there, get some kills, 10 kills. You know, not that much, and just leave the game. And I die. I just, you know, re-trigger. But then next thing you know, fucking texturization, the building mechanics, and sit the fuck down, you fucking faggot. What's it called? It just got so unplayable, and I had to just play other games like H1. And then Apex came out, and I was like, yo, this is new. This is basically Titanfall without fucking jump boosters. So it's kind of where I'm at right now, you know. And
I like.
It was really fun.
I still like Apex. I think Apex got the formula down. They just need to stop playing people's kids and put shit out in the actual game.
Stop playing with people's kids.
I'm about to say, they definitely need more content. Definitely.
Like I was asking this the other day. I'm just like, this battle pass stuff is nice in season 2, but where are solos and duos? You've been asking this since day 1. Where is that?
I don't like having to go up against a whole team by myself, which means you pretty much can't play the game by alone. You have to play with other people.
I'm about to say, and like even having like 2 people, and like, okay, having 2 people, you think, okay, it's only 3 people, having 2 people should be enough. You can carry the third person. No, nigga, you can't. The third person is insanely important in that game.
I'm about to say, they can fuck up the entire flow of the game for you just by like getting caught out.
Chandra.
And like, or like, I'm about to say, or just making stupid plays. Just making dumb plays that put you at a numerical disadvantage in a game where everybody has so much health and so much shield, and it takes so many bullets to put people down, and guns only have like 13 bullets in the clip, and it's just too, you cannot not have 3 people. And if you do not have 3 people, I'm not saying that it's impossible to win the game. I'm just saying that it's improbable that you're gonna have like, you know, a great level of success doing so.
Oh, here he is, bitch.
I want to say, I don't think they should honestly put solos in. I feel like it'd be like, sooner or later, everyone else is just start choosing one character for solos, and it's just gonna get very, very chaotic. I wouldn't say it wouldn't be anywhere near equal ground, because, you know, sometimes there's a better Bloodhound than the Bloodhound that you are normally playing as, you know?
But it would take away the issue of if 2 people wanted to play Wraith or something like that. It would take away that issue. And I think, like, well, obviously in that case still, there's still some characters better than others, even if it's 3-on-3. You're still gonna see Bangalore, Wraith, Pathfinder, and that one other motherfucker. Bloodhound. Those are still like, and Lifeline too. Those are still like all the top characters. So I think most people would play Lifeline, Wraith, and like Bangalore. And Pathfinder in solos.
I feel like at the same time as you know, you're saying that, like, you know, it would illuminate some problems. I feel like it would also take away some problems, mostly because you, like, when you're starting to play the game, I feel like most of the game is just about finding your character and finding your spot in a team. I feel like it still should have, like, you know, character modes. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, it might not need fucking, what's it called, per se. Might not need solos per se. Duos and like stuff like that would probably be, I feel like it would be a really good, you know, contribution to the game. Because to be fair, I think that people don't really know what they want. Like, I think people think they know what they want, but it's not what they want. Like people think they know what's good for a game, and then the developer puts it in the game, and it ends up being garbage. And then they want the developer to fix the garbage that they actually put in the game. It's like, it's not my fault the game is garbage, bro. I didn't want to put that shit in there because we already knew it was gonna be good.
Oh my god, he's in the far right corner. He's low on health. Left, I meant left. I got him.
Ooh. That nigga shot me in my knee. That nigga shot me in my knee. That nigga shot me in my knee. Anyway, yeah, like, I feel like it would illuminate some problems and then create some more for some of the reasons that Joseph said, but also because, nigga, do you really want to, like, if it's possible for everyone to run the same character and people know that something is meta, nigga, they ain't never gonna use anything else.
That's what I was saying, like, they're just gonna, like, say if Bangalore is meta, you're gonna have, like, fucking 32 different fucking airstrikes at the same time. That's an over-exaggeration, but it's also just like, it's kind of like, yo, you got 3 Bangalores in one area, they're throwing down their specials, boom. 3 airstrikes. I don't even know if Solos is even, he's behind you, chief.
I was like, how'd you not even see his dot point at the door? What were you doing?
I think,
but, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I think duos will be much better than solos, but either or, I think both like can only benefit the game. And it's better than no content.
Oh, definitely.
I feel like, but like, it's not.
What is that? You're breaking up.
I was saying that that's not necessarily content, is it though? It's kind of just like a different way to play the game. In my opinion, content is like, I want new characters, I want new shit to play, so that it keeps the game fresh. I want new guns, I want new people, I want new game modes, I want new stuff like that, and I want there to be a variable amount of, as you said, players. To me, all of that in a package deal is content. But like having like one or the other, to me, isn't really content. It's just like, it's just stuff. It's just stuff that you play. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, I want to play with 2 people instead of 3. I mean that completely differently because of like, you know, the character I picked, or because of like how I wanted to play the game. I can play the game completely differently now. That,
I get where you're coming from.
Is like, fucking, that sounds cool as shit. Like this Watson character, I'm super hyped for Watson.
Yeah, I was hyped when Octane was being announced.
What to say? Like, I actually, I thought I wanted to play him, and then I realized that, like, first of all, like, ever since I started playing, like, frickin', what's her face?
Lifeline.
Lifeline? I've been having a lot better time, like, surviving a match and stuff like that, and I feel like that's mostly because my actual playstyle is more support. Like, even right now, I'm playing a nigga who, most of the game, he's on a fucking camera spotting people. Like, I can shoot people, but, like, I'm not really that great at it. So it's more, I mostly play a support role. I hate playing a support role, but, you know, it's kind of like what I do. So, like, I feel like, you know, having more support characters would really benefit me as like as a player.
I agree. Is there anything else you want to say, Joseph, before I move on?
No, I'm good. Ooh.
Got you. Ooh. Oh man.
There's a robot that just keeps peeking this corner and spotting me. I don't like that bitch ass nigga.
This topic randomly like popped into my head because most of the games we play, and some of the stuff like I used to play competitively. What game is this? What game is that? What game is that? Rust. I used to play that all the time in middle school, and you guys are playing Conan, and now we want to get DayZ. So, in you guys' opinion, what makes a good PvP squad? I'm not talking about some Destiny shit. Like actual PvP.
I'm not talking about some Destiny shit. That's tragic. I I think that what really makes a good PvP squad is
Let
diversity.
you fuck up.
I think diversity is what really makes a really good PvP squad. You know, you want to like feel like your team is not just running the same bullshit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like you know niggas who just legit just throw the same fuckerino the whole damn like. It's like, yo, we need somebody to heal. Somebody's got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I know people don't like playing support, but somebody's got to heal. Yeah, I mean, not everybody can be a run and gun, a trained assassin. Like somebody has to play a different role. You know what I mean? And it's the same thing. It's the same thing in most fucking games like that. Like fucking what the fuck is that shit called? Battlefield. You know what I mean? Not everybody can run assault. Not everybody can run sniper. Like he does have a whole team full of snipers. Like not everybody can do that. Some game modes require people to push a fucking objective. You can't like just run like that. It's not good. Also having people who are receptive to like hearing their own mistakes and like trying to change it. But that one's has a little bit of lenience because you know it depends on why you're playing the game. If you're playing the game to like have fun, then it kind of doesn't matter. But if you're playing a game with people who want to win, then you're gonna have to like get used to being, you know, playing a game with them. Then you have to get used to like playing a game with people who want to win, and they're not gonna deal with your bullshit.
In Battlefield, I feel like there's a lot of people who just want to play the game to get kills. It's not even about winning or losing. Some people just get on just to do assignments and then get off. Which, I mean, it reminded me of that team that that you guys were playing with the tanks on that one map on Battlefield 5 called Panzerstorm. Fucking, you guys had 6 tanks and we had 2, but your tanks were chilling in the back trying to get kills instead of rushing the objective.
That's tragic.
Which caused you guys to lose. It was a very disappointing match, but that's what everyone was doing.
Shit hurts my feelings, man.
This is so tragic. I'm like, the fuck? I don't talk about it.
Like in my head, I'd just be like, just play the game. Why are you being a puss?
I'm like, yo.
You can get kills. It's okay to die, bro. It's okay to die. You could be at the top of. That's a beautiful thing about Battlefield. You could be at the top of the leaderboard and die. Because points, arguably, are more important. Remember that time I just built a mile-long trench on a map, and I was like 5th place, and I barely killed anybody. Points are arguably more important in Battlefield than kills. So if you want to be at the top of the leaderboard, you want to have a lot of kills, you want to be, you want to be the best person on your team, you don't have to run in and die and all this stuff, or you can die as long as you're bringing, like, something to the table.
Man,
I just hate seeing people just stand in the back and just be a freaking pussy.
if you want to be the best of the best and the best, you gotta put TTV in front of your name.
Oh,
And
man.
then I go to your stream and have 3 viewers.
Twitch TV.
Fucking hate TTV and YouTube equals in
Or
my gamer tag.
your name, YT.
I'm like, bitch, if you don't, I hate that. I hate that on a different level because that's not how you network. Alright, what's gonna happen is they're gonna go to your channel, look at you and say, huh, what a pathetic person, and leave. Nobody cares about your 3 viewers, nobody cares about your dying YouTube channel. Nobody gives a fuck about any of that. You're just a loser who can't get attention or grow his like brand the actual way. You just want your quick fix of little viewers. Nigga, fuck you and fuck your shitty ass channel. I hope it dies.
Remember when we were playing H1 Joseph? And that guy with the I don't remember if it was Twitch or YouTube, but we were trying to find him the whole game, and I found him on a rooftop, like peeking over and being super tactical and shit for his stream, and I shot him in the back of the head. I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah.
I'm like,
tactical,
yo.
tactical.
Speaking of that, you ever guys remember the H1 moment where he pulled up on us? Shot at Joseph first. I just popped his face off with the golden sniper. And then he said, I knew I was gonna die when I pushed that. I'm like, no, you wanted to act cute for your viewers and say, yo, I could take a whole squad on by myself. And I'm like, no, you thought you were cute and got destroyed. And then your friend was like, yo, laughed nervously. No, you're garbage. Stop.
I remember when that guy came from Joseph's fucking friends list and said, I'm like 4 people in one or some shit, and then was the first person to die. I was like, oh,
and didn't even get a
no.
kill.
I was like, oh,
and then left
no.
the party immediately.
And then he just left and didn't say anything.
I hate people.
What's it called? I have to take the stream because I have to go eat, or else parenting. Alright?
Got you.
We were just talking about
back.
PvP squads, so yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
But to continue this, like, I think what makes a good squad is, I think what most people can benefit from is like trying to be by themselves and surviving as long as they can by themselves before joining like the squad or something like that. Because you want it to get to the point where a squad can only benefit you and it's not like a parasitic type of relationship where I need you and I need you to be good or whatever and I need you to help me in all these fights. Because like that's not gonna help you in the long run.
You are not lying. I feel like sometimes people like get too into having, you know, quote unquote good people. We've had this conversation before. It's like it's not really about having good people, but having people who are specialized in different areas.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, because in the game, in any good competitive game, there's going to be different situations. You're not always going to run into the same exact situation. You're going to run into a situation where you're going to need somebody with a specific skill set. Somebody who's real good at doing the one thing. You know what I mean? He's average in everything else, but he specializes in this one thing, and he's the best, right? So you can get the desired effect. You know what I mean? You can get the desired effect. Like if you need somebody who's real good at running gunning and you're in a position where you can't sit back, you have to like push up. Having him there to like kind of shout out and like you know, lead the charge is gonna be, you know, like imperative to your success. You can't just like chill out and like, you know, like sit back and like have 6 tanks in the background shooting at niggas. The crazy part about all those games we played in Battlefield is that every single person was like that. Everybody wants to pull out a boy's AT rifle and be master sniper, but not everybody can be. You know what I mean? Like some people don't recognize their own talent, or they recognize it but they don't like it. You know what I mean? They don't like what they see in the mirror. They're like, oh, I'm good at playing support, but I want to be an assault character, and I've experienced that. You know what I mean? Where I want to play assault characters, but I'm just naturally good at playing support characters. Like when it comes to playing Lifeline and stuff like that, like I just do better. Like I want to play other characters. I can play, you know, Mirage pretty well, and that's an assault character, but like it took me a long time to get the hang of it. You know what I mean? Whereas I could be doing a lot more for my team playing something else. Which is why I'm excited for Watson, because she's a support character, but she gives me an assault kind of vibe. So she gives me like a kind of, you could be aggressive, you know what I mean? Or you could make a lot of really cool plays playing her. You don't feel locked into playing the game one kind of way. Like I gotta hide like a bitch and heal my friends from the background. You know what I mean? I hate feeling like that. I hate feeling like I gotta sit in the back.
That's why I never played Mercy in Overwatch. Because I'm like, yo, I don't want to heal these people all day. And then whip out my little, small, bite-sized pistol doing 5 damage.
I wouldn't say I don't want to feel like that. I want to like play the game and feel excited to hop on. You know what I mean? Feel like, oh yeah, I'm gonna hop on today. I'm gonna actually do something.
And like that's the thing was like, in like okay, so say if you're like in like a clan fight or whatever like that, you don't have to use like. Say if you don't want to play, you don't want to hunker down and just hold down the fort 24/7 and making sure no one raids you. That's cool, but it's like, if that's what you're good at, when push comes to shove, like you shouldn't be trying to do something that you're not specialized at. If you get what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Like when the game actually comes out to crunch time and it's like either you win or they win. It's the last squad or it's, you know, whatever the situation may be, where you now have to play the best you can play, it's better to play the way you know how and play the best you can play than play in a way that's not natural to you and then, you know, try to play the best at that. It's not gonna come out your way, like 9 times out of 10.
Right.
And that's okay. I don't think that anybody really should be forcing themselves to play the game in a way that they're not used to. So I feel like that's what I think content is, and that's what I think a good squad looks like. People who are working together, they're not afraid to hear their problems, and if they're playing people who want to win, they can adjust to the situation that they're in. Because I can't tell you how many people I've been playing with, they're like, I'm just trying to have fun. I'm like, then just take you're just trying to have fun ass out of here and come back when we're just trying to have fun, because right now we're trying to win.
I'm about to say.
You know what I mean? It's like, if you're not trying to win, then just don't like come in the party right now. And like, they know, when they know you're like that and they still come in and like dick around, it's just like, bro, like, I understand, like, you know, I like having fun too, but not in this game. Not in this game. In this game, I like to win. There are games that I play when I'm trying to have fun, you know, or I just want to while out. But this is not one of those games. I like people who can adapt to that situation. Like, they can hop in the party and they know how to have fun, but they also know how to play. I feel like all of those things makes for like a good team. Teamwork, being able to change your problems, being able to adapt on the fly, and have people who are good at different things, and people who are able to embrace what they're good at and play, like, you know, play in their role.
And this can be translated to a multitude of games. And even like on the esports level, it's like, okay, League of Legends, CSGO, whatever. It's like, okay, so-and-so left our team. Now we need someone whose sole purpose, we need a sniper. That's what he does. That's his only thing that he does. Well, maybe not his only thing that he does. Maybe he can use a bunch of other weapons. Maybe he can be aggressive. Maybe he can do that. But his one specialty, when push comes to shove, we need him to do that. He can hold that down with no nothing, no freezing up, no clamming up, no nothing. We need a sniper, and he can be that person. And that's what they do. They search all far and wide, and they get that one nigga. Because in that one clutch moment, you don't need Mr. Doofenshmirtz 99 be another assault running up and getting Blake. You don't need that.
See? And it's kind of hard to find those kind of people sometimes, which is why it's like, you were saying that you wanted there to be like solos and stuff, so if it comes to push up shoving, you have to play the game, or you want to play the game, you can rely on a lower amount of people or a smaller amount of people. So if you only really have 2 people who you really trust like that, you know, then you play Apex in its regular mode. But if you only have 1 person you really trust like that, having duos would be cool, because then you don't have to have a third person putting you at a disadvantage because they either can't hear you, or they don't want to talk on the mic, or, you know, they're just generally not like the best people at the game and they can't like pull their weight.
And they're pinging everything, like, getting on everyone's nerves. Exactly.
I'm about to say, like, they see you open a door and try to get something, and they run up to it and try to steal it from you. And it's like, yo, chill the fuck out. Like, you don't really want people like that. The reason why I don't really play Fortnite is because it's overly reliant on crossfire and building. Like, if 2 people are shooting you at once in Fortnite, nigga, you better know how to build out your ass if you're gonna make it out of that alive. Because they're gonna tear your walls down as fast as you can build them.
Exactly. One of them has a drum gun. One of them has a 50 cal. One of them is like a 50 cal breaks through pretty much all material in one shot. He's gonna keep one shotting your material, and then the drum's gonna keep ripping you apart. And I'm just like, yo,
and the rest of his team is just rushing you down, and then everybody on your team is trying to fight a different guy, so everybody's confused, and they're not seeing what's happening to you, and you're like, where is all of my team? And the answer is, they're all there. They're just shooting at different niggas. Like, there's like 14 niggas on your locale just fucking drilling at you, and you can't move, and you can't breathe, and you can't even see, because you can't see through your own walls, so you don't even know where the hell niggas are. They're moving around you, and this is just too much, nigga. I was like, God, that's a lot.
Like,
a lot.
I forgot. It was a tournament that's happened for Fortnite, and I was watching Tifu, and like, competitive Fortnite is so much different. Like, the rules just are completely different. It's a lot more passive. There are like literally like 50 people alive in like the smallest circles, so it's like very, very passive. So like, if people know you're weak or like you just got into a fight, it's not the type of game where like, okay, it's like Apex, where like one of his teammates is down and like one has white armor, one has blue, and we all have purple armor, and we have good guns. Push him hard. It's not like that. It's like, okay, he's low. Everyone in the server in vicinity shoot at him. No, nothing. Don't shoot at the people shooting at him. Don't shoot at people shooting at him. Don't even do nothing. Don't even throw explosives at him. Just shoot everything you have at his walls. That's exactly what they did to him. Like, they saw him fall off of his build, and he had no shields. And then literally everyone edited their walls simultaneously, got an angle on him, and started hammering shots at him. And he's on the live stream, he's like, wow, this is great. This is really great. I love this game. And like he was just getting drilled, and he ran out of materials, and he just got destroyed. And like he ran out of materials. As he was running out of materials, someone edited through his top ceiling wall and shotgunned him once. I was like, this game is not for the faint of heart. I'm like, no.
Nigga, I'm like, nigga, I can't. Yo, and also alright, I don't know if y'all know, but the next generation is gonna be heavily influenced by Fortnite, nigga.
Remember we were at
doing Fortnite dances.
We were at Blueback,
in real time.
We were at Blueback and we were going towards the car, and we saw a kid in the middle of the street doing that Fortnite dance.
I was like, oh no. Like this generation right now, who are all like, you know, 12 and 10 and stuff, them niggas, yo, Fortnite is gonna be in their blood. It's gonna be in their veins. It's gonna be in their DNA.
I'm like, remember the movie
they're gonna
Shazam?
look back and be like, you remember, you're not a real like generation XYZ if you don't know about Fortnite.
Exactly. What movie? It was Shazam. Towards like the end, he did like that freaking floss dance move, whatever. And then in this movie coming out, have you ever heard of this movie called Good Kids by the people who made Superbad? I don't know if you saw the trailer or something like that. But like, they're doing Fortnite dances through like 90% of the trailer. I'm like, this next generation is going to be garbage.
Oh man, like I feel like they're gonna be very most of to talk to me, and I'm not even an adult. Sorry, that was just that Legion like trailer. I can't see that again. As soon as they realize niggas like the granny, as soon as they realize people like the granny,
they took that and ran with it.
For the granny.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm about to say, next day trailers with grannies was hitting the market, yo.
I'm like, you best hope that granny carries the game, yo, 'cause that's all I'm seeing right now.
I'm about to say, that granny better be real good.
He's a phantom.
Oh shit, he's back.
But, you never actually answered the question. Me and Sean were completely like done with it. But since you came back, Joseph, in your opinion, what makes a good PvP squad in DayZ, Conan, all games like that?
I feel like roles, in my opinion, makes a good PvP squad.
Sean kind of said the same thing. Like everyone has a specific thing to do.
You gotta feel comfortable with your own your own squad, or it's just not gonna go well, and you're gonna have a failing. Like in DayZ, you're gonna have a failing clan. Or
you guys
Conan
wanna
is the same way.
You guys wanna have a little synopsis of the clan battles you guys are going through in
Oh my goodness.
That's a juicy little.
This is a good example of what not to do in your PvP squad.
They have people in the clan who, one guy just chastises everybody. He just chastises everybody, even though he's not the best person in the game. He just be blowing up everybody's spot. Like he's the hottest shit since like bagels, nigga. Like he just likes to come out and like he'll call you a pussy, call you names, tell you to kill yourself, all kinds of stuff. And he's on your team. And he be doing that to people. There's another kid, he's 12 years old, he's a complete liar, and like he's just wild. He's just wild. He's a liar. He lies about pretty much everything. I don't understand. I don't know what's up with him, but you know what I mean? Do him. You know what I mean? And the older one who likes to chastise people, he's like 20 something. He be just yelling at this 12-year-old, calling him a pussy and telling him all kinds of stuff. And then we have a leader who gave Joseph leadership while he stepped out of the picture for a while. And we ended up having a conversation with him in which he said that he didn't want to play the game anymore. He wasn't sure if he wanted to play the game anymore and stuff like that. And he was giving us full control over the guild and stuff. as soon as we decided to take him up on that, he came back and kicked us out of the park, kicked us out of the guild on request of the 12-year-old, saying that we were gonna inside the clan, which is just
Insiding, if y'all don't know, is basically being in the clan, taking everything and leaving, while everyone else is offline and they can't do anything to stop you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was just like, so we were like, yo, why would we do that? First of all, I've been playing with them for a week, so I understand their suspicion. But I was brought in under Joseph to help with like strategy and stuff like that. Because Joseph thought that they weren't really like, you know, playing as a team and stuff like that, so he wanted somebody else to come in. So I was like, okay, I could do that. Yeah, I mean, come in and just like try to like get everybody on the same page. So the fact that he came back and was taking diplomatic advice from a 12-year-old and another person who just screams at everybody and is the reason why they only have a few members is just wild. Like the guy
even took our idea.
I'm about to say, we had an idea to take down one of the biggest clans in a thing and we were setting it up. And this is, by the way, the reason why they thought we were insiding, because we couldn't tell them anything because they
couldn't trust any one of them.
I'm about to say, you couldn't trust any of them because all of them either hate your guts or
they were talking to the enemy like their friends.
I was about to say, they were talking to the people and like exposing our plans. So it's like we can't tell you anything, so we just kind of have to do what we can by ourselves. Which is why we didn't want to tell them anything. 12-year-old gets online and is like, oh, they're gonna that. I'm like, shut up. You don't even know what you're talking about. But he keeps going. He tells the clan leader, who's not even playing the game at the time, by the way, so he doesn't even know what's going on. He tells him, and the clan leader starts getting all suspicious and eventually ends up kicking us out of the clan. Not before coming back onto the game, taking our idea. Not before taking our idea. Sorry. Not before taking our idea and then simultaneously like kicking us from the clan before everybody else decides, hey yo, you know what I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna like take everything that they have and try to like murder them after telling Joseph to kill himself multiple times. It's just like, this squad is just ridiculous. You got a hothead who chases away everybody. We were talking to another person who was one of their allies, exactly. And he was essentially just like, yeah, I don't play with him anymore because he's always like yelling at me and shit. So I'm not playing with him anymore. It was like, I'm starting to see a pattern here. One guy like is an asshole and he makes everybody else feel bad. Another guy is 12 and you know, he's 12 and he doesn't really know much about anything, but he like throws tantrums when people listen to him. And that's pretty much it. Everybody else got chased away by the guy who yells at everybody, so nobody even plays anymore. And it's just like, wow, that's your team? That's your team? And then the clan leader doesn't do anything about it. He just lets everybody he just lets a guy yell at him with no repercussions. And then wonders why he finds the game so stressful and stuff. Like, that's why you find the game stressful, bro. Like, you have to do something about the players in your team, and people have to have roles. Everybody can't just be like, I'm gonna do this and just, you know, say fuck the rules and just do whatever they want. Which is what they do. They don't raid anybody with any plan. They just run in, get killed, die. One of them gets mad, yell at everybody, and nobody wants to do anything. Exactly.
For not doing anything.
Like, man, that was the worst team I've ever been a part of, ever, in my entire gaming experience. They were just super toxic. I'm sorry to say incompetent, but they're just bad. Just bad.
Incompetent?
But now we're trying to dismantle them, but it's okay.
About to say, their stupidity is like unimmeasurable. It's ridiculous.
I've experienced some of it. I'm experiencing some of them idiots. It's just like, in a way, they all like complement each other. In a way. Like, they're all stupid. They're all dumb, retarded, and stupid. Just a bunch of blind leading the blind.
And they believe, one of them believes that they can definitely outsmart us, but Watching him try is the most cutest thing in the goddamn world.
Like we said, roles are important. Maybe if he's not good at the combat role, maybe he's good at the fortification and like, you know, strategy role, strategizing role.
Definitely not.
I'm about to say. Also,
literally, they've been on that server for like months, and they've been trying to figure out. First of all, they let the biggest clan of the game grow. So that was their first mistake. Their second mistake was not being able to find a way into the base. Literally, my what was it, third or fourth day being in the server, I found a way into their base, which is sitting really like high up, and no one can touch it, and gods are currently disabled. So you know, that's a problem for everyone in the game as well. But yeah, but like, I don't know. I just can't wait to just get them off the server and then hopefully hit the big guys. Because I am gonna do it. I'm not letting them go.
Man, that would be a mistake on our part to let them go anyway. Because it's not like... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Where's that guy? All the way downstairs. When he gets upstairs, he's gonna fucking die. You're shooting at a dead corpse.
Ah! Oh, that was wild.
That was unfortunate.
Literally. Oh, he laid down in the barbed wire. Oh man, but yeah. You know, I don't really get mad at people for being bad teammates or anything like that. But they like blamed everything that went wrong on me, and I had been there for like 3 days.
They said I wasn't doing anything.
How could this be my fault? It's like, yo, y'all niggas are the niggas who know everything. I barely know how to play this game. Y'all don't even teach me. Nobody is teaching anybody how to do anything. They just run off on their own and do what they want to do all day. That's pretty much it.
They called me lazy, but I stood up to 2 o'clock in the morning defending the base while they did whatever the fuck they wanted to. I reinforced the back 4 different times because we were attacked 4 different times in a row at the same like rate of fucking days there is in life.
I'm about to say, I have to go back to school next semester, and I'm like, in my head I'm like, wow, this is the way I'm gonna spend my summer break, getting shit on by like somebody who's just calling me a pussy every day. Hell no, I'm not doing this anymore.
And like as soon as we left,
I think I'm done.
As soon as we left the clan, like I felt such like relief and freedom and all that. Like I was able to do stuff. Like there's a list of things that you have to do in the game. It tells you what to do. And like as soon as I left the clan, I finally did it. And it was the most easiest of things, which was mine iron. I did not mine iron at all for like 5 days.
It's like, bro. I shouldn't feel like it's a weight off my shoulders to not play with y'all niggas.
Not wrong.
And then they want to come crying, talking about my mom is gone and everybody's leaving me. It's like, not everybody's leaving you. You're an asshole. Nobody likes you. That's why people are leaving you. It's not a mystery.
What to say?
He keeps making it seem like it's a mystery why people don't want to talk to him. It's like, no, you yell at everybody. Whenever you get mad, you don't care who you're talking to. You don't care how you talk to them. You just talk to them however you feel like, and that's why you have these problems.
Actually, I think one more day.
And that was the epitome of a bad squad. That was crazy.
Exactly. That's why I wanted to have this as a section in the first place. Avoid not the fucking Doom. We have a PvP squad. But yeah, is there anything else you guys wanted to say before we wrap this part up and go on to the epitome of YouTube?
No. Well, what else did you get?
Got you. So, YouTube. What the fuck? Fix your shit. If you can even fix it at this point. So like, here, like, I witnessed this yesterday. A lot of people are losing, like, a lot of people I'm subscribed to are losing subs at a dramatic rate. And it's just like they're getting punished for being creative.
That's our own drone. Oh, John.
That was an accidente.
But, like, okay, so, like, say if you're subscribed to a YouTuber, right? And, like, he only posts one type of video, like Fortnite videos or whatever. And, like, he uploads one random video of something else a day. And that gets drastically the less amount of views than his Fortnite videos get. And that's to be expected. But it's like people aren't subscribing for the person nowadays. They're subscribing for the game. They don't care who's playing. They don't care the person who's behind it. They just want their fix of that game. And that's not the wave. It's just like, why are you even subscribed in the first place? And it seems like every video, like, on YouTube now is on some Clean Prince Gaming, like, GameStop scammy again, on some freaking, like, everything is negative. I'm ripping Steven Universe apart. It was just a kid show. 2 separate videos with millions of views, ripping kid shows apart. It was just like, why is everything on YouTube so, like, negative? There's not really any positive videos at all on YouTube. It's just like people just want stuff to fail so badly. People want something to break down so badly. What do you guys have to say about that?
I think you're telling the complete truth. Like, people really, like, it's like they just want something to fail. And it's crazy because it's like, why do you want it to fail? Like, why do you want something to fail? Don't you want to have, like, good games to play and stuff? Like, why do you want the games that you're playing and the people that you're playing with to, like, not have fun and stuff? Why are you getting on kids?
Like, yo, I remember one video from this dude called what was that dude's name? Pay Money Wubby. And it was like this, it was this YouTuber doing, it was a little girl, she's 12 years old. She does ASMR. Her name is Life with Mac. And he was calling her a bitch this, bitch that. And she was like, yo, she's 12. And he was ripping her apart. I'm just like, dog. Like, I guess he was, I don't know, it's obvious, like, the way he was saying stuff like that, it was meant to be, like, comedic. But I'm like, yo, she's 12 and you're calling her a bitch. What, that's not okay.
It's never okay.
People don't care. Nowadays, people don't care about what's okay or not. They don't give a shit.
They just want their ad revenue.
If it was an accident, they don't give a fuck if what the person did was like, you know, they don't care if they're like 2 years old and you know, 12-year-olds make mistakes. You know, she might have been a dick, but I'm sure like she has some growing to do. You know what I mean? As like a person. Like, really blaming. This nigga, he said as a lolly, I'm sleep.
You need to stop.
They have a lot to like fucking learn about life and stuff. Like, you can't really just get on them for those, like, you know, small minuscule mistakes, the little things that they do. It's not that serious.
Exactly.
But people make it like the biggest thing in the world. They get on everything. Everybody's super critical about everything nowadays. Like, they get on like things that are meant to be childish. You know what I mean? They're meant to be not that serious, or they get on things that people are trying to be genuine and they tear them down for trying to be real. It's just sad.
It's just like, that's why nobody is really caring. And like, this isn't even talking about like the ad revenue and stuff like that and the adpocalypse and no one's making any money. You can't even curse on YouTube anymore. Like, we're just talking about YouTube as a whole. We're not even talking about any of the specific stuff when it comes to money and stuff like that. That's why everyone's live streaming nowadays are going to Twitch, because there's really no, YouTube is garbage. There's no point in using YouTube anymore.
Yo, you know that, remember that video we were watching while we were playing video games and it was like, being ugly, the experience? And I was like, wow, this is just depressing. Like, I was like, this is fucking crazy. And that was the reason for one of our topics, the last podcast. We were talking about people being ugly and what it means to be ugly and like why it's okay to not be the best looking person in the world. Like, it was for that very same reason. It's like, god damn, like, why is everybody so sad?
Exactly.
And shit.
That's why, like, it's not only YouTube, it's like Twitter and all, like, other sites too. It's just like, I know someone, it was a YouTuber / Twitch streamer who said, "Yo, I got literally if I like live stream, first of all, I don't even live stream for that long." He's like, after I'm done live streaming, I literally like go to sleep or like do something, or I only take like a couple hours in my day to be actually on the internet. Cause like that shit is stressful and like that shit is depressing after a while. He's like, you are not lying, yo. Literally, like Twitter, like sometimes, yo, people like private their accounts and talk about like I know you guys seen this before. Like they'll like have a main account and their secondary account, which is like private, is just all negative and all black screen Snapchats and all like just completely depressing day in day out stuff. I'm just like, yo, this is not the way.
I'll be back.
Say. Oh, Joseph went in the game. That's not good.
He went in game chat. Oh no. Just like
You stupid ass bitch.
He gonna tell that nigga to fuck himself.
Speaking of actually Snapchats, this is another topic on my shit that I wanted to talk about. Premium Snapchats and Patreon. We need to discuss about y'all thotties. Like, okay, the people who say like, yo, subscribe to my Patreon, $5 a month gets you this, and they're completely self-aware of what they're doing. That's fine. Get your product safe. So you're not really much different between an escort or a stripper or whatever. If it comes down to news or whatever, or premium Snapchats and shit like that. Make your bread, make your bread. You're still a hoe at the end of the day, but make your bread. If you're one of those people who are like obliviously trying to like say like, oh no, this is not this and this is not that, I'm just trying to do that. Or just like, what's that one Instagram chick who has that product and her only like, you know, people that stuff that gets views is like pics of her ass cheeks and like she swears up and down it's completely the other way. I'm like, yo, if you're self-aware about what you're doing, that's fine, but if there's absolutely no reason to like subscribe to your Patreon or use your premium Snapchat, but you act like that is, and you act like stuff like is completely different, you need to stop.
Okay.
I fucking hate niggas who fucking. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Literally, how many games is it that I've been shot at, and fucking brought down to 50 health, and then sprayed upon by my own teammates? How many games? Why? Why me? Why? I was just sitting still for like 30 seconds, and I'm gonna bring it down to 56, and then run away like a little bitch and have my friend kill you. You fucking faggot, bro. Oh my fuck, bro. Jesus Christ. I'm Ubisoft. I'm gonna do this thing where if you shoot your partners, you take your own damage. Not until they fucking kill you. What kind of fucking bullshit fucking faggotry is that? Jesus Christ.
We're experiencing technical difficulty.
This game takes tactical decisions and tactical my ass. You got your own partners fucking putting you down for stealing one of their fucking characters. I'm such a bitch! I'm such a bitch! Like, what the fuck, bro?
Goodness.
Jesus.
Bati!
Anyways, sorry. Fuck.
It really be like that though. Like,
Gaming.
like honestly, from being in this so far, nobody's really shot me ever. But I feel like some people just have bad luck. Like, like niggas just don't like people. Like just the way their video game body language be like. Cause I swear to God, just gonna be doing shit for playing the game, and niggas be like, that body language you got, I'm not fucking with that.
Video game body language. That's a new one.
That's why you fucking died, you stupid bitch. Uncultured ass swine.
Uncultured ass swine. These are vocab words that I'm gonna put on the bulletin board. I'm gonna study for Friday's test. Anyway,
Got somebody.
did you actually want to say anything about thottery when it comes to premium Snapchats or Patreon?
I feel like they know who they are. I feel like they know who they are.
Just keep that off of Twitch, please. Keep that off of the wholesome sites.
I feel like, you know, there's no real reason to be, you know, doing all that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on now.
This is one person on Instagram we got into a little bit of squabble, a little bit of scoob, and okay, so her thing is, on her Instagram, she posts like pretty much nothing but her ass cheeks and mini skirts and stuff like that, and like very like lewd pictures of her barely wearing anything. But on in her bio, she says no nudes. And then someone asked her in like that little Instagram story thing where you can ask somebody a question. They're asked like, "Yo, do you do nudes on Patreon?" She said, "No, I don't." And I'm just like in my head, like, what is the point of even subscribing to your Patreon then? On your socials, you are for free socials, by the way, Twitter and Instagram. We can see your ass cheeks pretty much for free. But there's no point in subscribing to Patreon in that case. Like, okay, so like, say if they don't post anything like crazily nude and stuff like that on their Instagram, but they do on their Patreon, that's at least a reason to subscribe. If you're posting the same content on Instagram, on your Patreon, there's literally no reason I can fathom besides you like that person. But even in that case, there's a Cash App. There's literally donation sites. I'm just like, why?
And then they throw up and down that they're a self-made person and none of this is for profit. They're not doing this. And I'm like, you know you're making money off this specific physical asset. Don't like pretend like you're not. It's just annoying.
Exactly. It's the same
It's
thing.
just like, why do that? Why pretend?
Like, what's this one story? Amaranth. I don't know if you guys who know who that is, but she had that whole scandal of, and her, like, people would donate to her, and like they would donate mad, I'm talking thousands of dollars, because they thought she was a single streamer, and they thought they had a chance with her. Beta males, obviously. But like, and then they found out, it got leaked, she had leaked, in quotations, she had a husband, but her husband has nothing to do with her live stream at all, so I don't know why people felt the need, she needed to justify that, because it's none of your goddamn business. But it came out that she had like a husband, and one of her like moderators got really mad. It was just like, I donated so much to you, and like you betrayed me, and I thought I had a chance with you because you were single. And he's just like, I'm like, yo, just because she, you know, has a top donor thing and you're there, and she said thank you and all this other stuff, that doesn't make you her boyfriend. She's still not obligated to do anything for you.
I wouldn't say, like, legit, I think people often, you know, want to, like, they want to feel important, and that's the reason why they fucking, you know, like, do the whole Patreon shit and all that stuff. They just want to feel important. And they're not getting that important feeling, they're not getting that attention or attraction from other people. So they'll get it from anybody they can. Even if it means they gotta pay money and, like, you know, give people money for attention, they'll do it.
Someone in my live stream said people don't care, they just want bread nowadays.
I'm gonna say people really don't. Like, they don't want to hear about all the freaking, they don't want to hear about your problems. Like the girl we were talking about earlier, where it's like, yo, she's trying to sell a product, she's trying to sell skin products, but like, what, like, are you really though? Like, yeah, I mean, are you trying to sell skin products? Because all I see is your butt. Like, there's one, it didn't, in the caption it says what the product is, but the whole entire picture, in the entire picture, there is nothing but her ass cheeks, literally. I'm like, but then you don't want people to send you nudes. You don't want people to send you nudes though.
I'm like,
but you're selling your ass more than you're selling the product. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm saying that it happens, and that there are certain things that make it happen more often.
So I'm like, yo,
so
if this is a completely wholesome thing where you are fully clothed and is your product on 90% of your pictures, you would not get a slick of nudes. And you would know that.
Nah, she would get nudes. They'll get nudes still, because people are weird. But it wouldn't be as much. Because when people think that you're about that life, and they think you a hoe and you a stripper, they gon' send you some nudes. Like, if that's how people like perceive you, And then you're gonna get a lot more than if you're just trying to, you know what I mean? But it's hard, what I'm trying to say is it's hard to defend yourself when you're like, putting barely clothed pictures. Like, I've been seeing girls who, they don't even have, like, they don't even have their fucking, like, it's not like a regular bikini. It's like legit just her vagina. Like, the bikini just covers the area it encapsulates. I'm like, yo, what the actual fuck? And it's just like a clear shot of between your legs.
It's just a product.
And then you're like, don't send me no nudes. I don't want to see no penis. Even though I damn near showed you my vagina, I don't want to see no penis. None. I'm like, what?
And then they start blocking people, and you say niggas ain't shit. All niggas want is my body. I'm like, don't get mad at us when it looks like that's all you have to offer.
You know what I'm saying? If you want us to care about other shit, show us some other shit to care about. It don't sound like you got a business. It don't sound like you got nothing. It don't, like, we don't know nothing else about you apart from your vagina and what your ass look like. So, I mean, say what you want, but that's real. That's facts. That's just how it is. Also, I love when like people have a past, and like let's say there's a guy, right? And you know, he's a comedian or something, and something happened in his past, right? Between him, there's some scandal, right? And niggas is like, oh, time to bring that shit up and ruin his whole career. It's like, I'm like, damn, this shit is over now. Alright, he made some mistakes. You don't make mistakes, nigga?
I'm like, what the
Or like, it'll be a girl who, like, you know, worked in a less than, you know, flattering job, and they want to be like, oh, time to rip her whole fucking shit down because, you know, like, of some like one mistake she made when she was like in high school. It's like, chill the fuck out.
And it is not like she was ever okay with it. Like, if you, like, that Cardi situation, she's not proud of what she did, but you're the one dinging it up.
Well, hey, people love to show people's faults and their mistakes.
But they never want to hear their own.
I want to say. It's never like, oh yeah, you know, like, I'm not proud of my mistakes or anything like that. It's always someone else's fucking fault. It's always someone else's fault that, you know, something is going wrong. Even if, like, you know, you're the one, even if it's you're the one who, like, oh my god, I'm sorry, people are getting blown the fuck up. Even if you're the one who, like, really is deserving of the flack, you know what I mean? Or if it's, like, mutual. Nobody gives a fuck about that shit anymore. Nobody, like, especially on the internet, like on YouTube and shit, nobody gives a fuck about that. Nobody gives a fuck about who rightfully deserves. It's not about justice. It's not about justice. It's not about any of that shit. And people, like, love to say, oh, it's about justice, it's about this and that, it's about whatever. It's not about justice. 90% of anything that happens on the internet isn't about justice. People just want somebody to be mad at and point fingers at and laugh at and shame. Shame. I just want to shame you. I want to make you feel bad.
Cause I feel so insecure about myself that I break other people down.
Exactly, because you deserve it. You deserve to feel bad. You deserve to feel bad about yourself. That's what you deserve. It's like, wow.
It's like, you know, fuck that you went actually over it, and you probably, you know, think about that every day before you go to sleep, and you finally made peace with it. Now someone in your comments is talking about it and making you bring all those feelings up again.
Exactly, and damn near destroying your whole life. And like, I'm like, you know how many people I've seen that happen to? And this is not just a guy thing, it's a woman thing too. It's like, why, like, well, people just want to bring up the worst parts of your life. And like, just like, I just want to bring up the worst parts of your life. Like, the worst things you've ever done, I want to make that who you are.
Like, I don't give a fuck about your name. I'm about to make you cry, bitch, if you ever find this clip. Back when I was in the Smash stuff, competitively, Smash 4, a lot of people had my name in their mouth. Because, like, I'm not gonna front. I was like, what, 14, 15? I did a lot of fuck shit. I was a little rude here and there. But, you know, the thing is, I've never been the type of person to where like if I know I'm doing some fuck shit, I won't like act like I'm not doing some fuck shit. Yeah, you know, Zeke, you know what I used to go through when I used to do stuff like that. And like what I wanted to do back then was just tell people, yo, maybe you're looking at all this wrong. Because a lot of people had the mom mentality. I was like, maybe you're doing this wrong. Maybe this could be another option. Maybe this can be that. So this is one chick. Her name is Skaya. I don't think that's her actual name. That's what her name goes by on Twitter. If you know her actual name or whatever, you can say it in the comments, and that could jog my memory. But like, she was all like, I remember this one thing, yo. It was invitational, and what that is basically is if you that like someone called 2GG, what they did was like they casted a voting poll, and they got all these players together. And what would you do was they asked, yo, what are some players of this specific character who we should look out for? And what you're supposed to do is supposed to have mad people come together and at that person's Twitter handle, and say, yo, look at this player, look at this player. So a lot of people, I'm talking like hundreds of people tagged me and was like, yo, this dude Cockchops is insane. You guys need to fly this dude out. And I had so many people rooting for me, and I almost made it. I almost got flown out to California and competed in this tournament. Until like a couple people started bringing up shit from my past, like, yo, you don't want to vote for him, he's this player, he's that. And this one chick, she was just rubbing my name in the dirt like I couldn't see it. And like I would just be chilling one day at school, and like someone would ping me on Discord and say, yo, this is what she said about you this time. I'm like, yo, it's not like she said one thing about me and that's it. She would every day say something different about me. I'm just like, yo, why are you trying to ruin my chance, yo? Like, I didn't do anything to you. And then I replied to her, I'm like, yo, what did I ever do to you? If I did something to you, I apologize, but can I at least know what I did to, you know, make amends with it? And the thing is, she would never tell me exactly what I did. She would never tell me. So I'm just like, huh, you hate me and for something I guess I did, but you're not even telling me what I did, so I can't even apologize for it. So you just hate me just to hate me.
Bang her through the wall, bang her through the wall.
I'm just like, yo, some people just want to watch the world burn. But
I don't man. I don't understand the mentality behind like a lot of that stuff, where it's just like, I need to make your life hard and difficult and sad.
Right here.
I'm like, Skya, shut your stupid ass up. Shut your stupid ice from Walmart ass up and cry about it on social media. Shut your ass up. You didn't think I remember that. I remember that shit. You stupid broke bitch. Fuck you. You want to start bringing my name into the dirt? I want to make you cry. Stop playing.
Setting it to the other room. To your right.
It's like, yo. People just, I can't do it nowadays.
Thank you. Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
That was scary. But yeah, like people just be like that. They want to bring someone down to their level for every past mistake you've ever made. You know, it's not like, you know, other people were bad people too. Yeah, I mean, and you had your moments, and like, you know, you're growing and changing as a person, and blah blah blah. They want to bring up shit from middle school and like freshman year of high school. I'm like, god damn. So I haven't changed in that time. I haven't, you know, I'm nobody different. I'm just the same exact person. That's it. I'm just a bitch. I'm a mean person. I'm just a bad person. Because
I'm
of what
a bad
happened in middle
guy.
School? Relax.
It's like, yo, you know how much you changed in just a year? And like, she was bringing up stuff that I did freshman year of high school, fresh 14 out of 8th grade. And I'm like, yo, I'm a grown man now. A lot of stuff has changed. It's not like that no more. But people still say, oh, you're Cockchops. I can't. Just like, remember Nathan's manager? He was like, yo, you know that guy, that Cockchops guy, he's a bitch. I'm like, yo, I had absolutely no issues with you even when I was being an asshole, quote unquote. What did I even do?
Oh, you don't want him in the tournaments. He screen looks.
I'm like, yo, and the funny thing is, most of these people who would talk shit, I beat their ass in tournament. So I'm just like, yo, I have no reason against you. I'm better than you as a player, and I apologize. What else do you want me to do?
Not play the game.
And that's what I did, and they still talk about me. So I'm like, I'm not even playing Smash Ultimate. I don't care. I don't give a damn about that game. And now people in the Discord, people are still talking about me. It's like, yo, people are just never satisfied.
What to say? Like, as I said, it's not about like who you are. It's not about how you play the game. It's not about, you know, all that stuff. It's about your personality and who you were and who you are. People, when people see that, like, you know, you're a person who's unafraid of society, like, they are very, very quick to pull you down. Like, if you're afraid of society and you're afraid of, like, you know, what people think about you and you're scared, like, I don't want them to think I'm a bad guy. Like, when you're like that, people, like, will A, either shit on you still, or B, like, they'll freaking, how do you say this? Like, their whole, like, you know, hijab will be about freaking how they can make your life a little tiny bit harder. How can I make you feel bad about yourself, and how can I make you, you know, not want to live your life the way you're supposed to? How can I do that for you? It's like, that's what they like to do. Like, how can I make his life a little bit harder because he made my life hard once upon a time? Nobody knows how to forgive anyone anymore. It's always an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. And it's sad, and it's kind of like scary that it has to be like that, but
it's just one of those things where it's just like, that's just the way it is. That's just how life is. Kind of like how white people can't say the N-word, but we can say the N-word. It's just like, well, you know, that it's just a word, and it's just a word, and I'm just like, maybe it's just, like, maybe instead of arguing and debating who can say the word and who can't, maybe you just say it's one of those things and leave it at that.
I'm not to say. Trying to, like, justify certain people to say it and other people not to say it is not really a good reason.
Like, I've seen people say, oh, Puerto Ricans can't say that word either. I'm like, I'd rather a Puerto Rican say it than a white person say it.
What to say?
And then you have the black people. You have the higher than the, like, moral high ground black people that say, well, I don't say the word at all. I'm like, alright, okay, sure. You telling me,
like, okay,
telling me one
time?
Alright. Okay.
I just be in my head like, alright, Captain Underpants, since you're so freaking cool.
He's like, well, I don't need that word. I'm above that. That word just demoralizes and separates us. I'm like, shut your unporn ass up. You must be a real riot.
I'd be like, you're not even wrong. I don't even be thinking they wrong. I'm like, yo, you right. You right. But what does that mean? You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, it separates us, right? And that's bad, right? But what difference? What difference does it make to not say it?
Sweaty ass nigga.
Instead of like making it a reality and making it something that is positive and something that is uplifting instead of degrading, you want to not use it. But that's not going to stop white people from using it. It's not going to stop the Hispanic people from using it. It's not going to stop anyone from using it. And we know that. As a society, we know that.
It's not even going to stop the white people from
not liking something is not going to make people stop using it. Just because you don't like some shit, it's not going to stop anybody from using it. They will continue to use it regardless of what you think. I understand that, you know, it takes every little person to make a situation change, but getting mad at people who aren't changing as fast as you want them to, I feel like really not using the word nigga is like one of those things where it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. But if you do, you might contribute to something that's larger than yourself. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where it's like a risk. You know what I mean? Be who people want you to be, or be who you are. You know what I mean? Because people change. Some people grow up and they're like, hey, you know, you saying nigga all the time is like really dumb, and I should not do that anymore. But it's a development process. For a lot of black people, it is. It's a process of constantly developing, and like, especially like black boys or black men and stuff like that, you're trying to get past a lot of shit. You know what I mean? People already think you're a bitch, like, just being born. And if you're not that, then and you're not like hard because there's just toxic masculinity everywhere. If you're not hard, you know what I mean, and all that stuff, then I mean, who are you? A lot of people don't have an identity apart from that, and you know, I say nigga all the time, right? But it's not vindictive, you know what I mean? It's not to make anyone feel bad. It's not so that, you know, somebody will know I'm hard, you know what I mean? It's like a habit. It's a habit that I unfortunately picked up when I was younger.
And I hate when people say like, oh, you use nigga, that means you're unintelligent, and that means your vocabulary is not, you know, vast or whatever like that. That don't make no goddamn sense to me.
Like, I'm like, what? What the boxy does that have to do with my...
Use? I'm like, yeah, shut up.
Yo. To me about my culture and about myself and about, you know, where we're from and stuff. Move out the door. But yeah, like I'm from Jamaica. I know a lot about perceive myself to be. I know a lot about who I perceive myself to be. And one thing that I do love about Jamaica is that nobody made me feel like I had to be someone. You know what I mean? I could be myself because there's no like real cultural stigmatisms. You know what I mean? Whereas in other cultures, there's so many cultural stigmatisms where it's like, you know, these people are black, these people are white, and that means that you have to act like this and you have to act like that. Nobody ever told me that. Personally, I don't know if it was a Jamaica thing or if it was like my family thing. Nobody ever told me that, oh, you gotta be like this because you're black.
I'm not the same.
But up here, it seems like it's a thing. It's like, oh yeah, you're black, you gotta be hard. Fuck it. I like hard. Like, you're like, you know, you gotta be fucking T Grizzly or some shit. And it's like, you don't, but people just make you feel like you gotta be more black. Like, if you're a black person, you don't listen to hip hop, you get fragged for that, nigga. You get fucking jack frags for all over that shit. You'll get Matimio'd right quick. Like, if you're a black person, you listen to freaking rock and roll that is like made by a white person, they're like, yo, black people, we're the originals of freaking rock and roll, we made that originally. I'm like, but isn't it still good music though?
I'm about to say.
Like, is it okay for me to listen to the goddamn song? Is that cool?
White people stole blues from us. I'm like, yo, if it sounds good, I'm gonna listen to it.
I want to say, why does it always gotta be a thing? It always gotta be a thing with these niggas. It's a fucking thing. I honestly think that the word nigga has become a term of endearment more than one that's meant to separate and demoralize people. Are we locking ourselves in? This is scary. I don't know. But yeah, I always thought it was supposed to be like more of a term of endearment than something that's used to like stigmatize people and, you know, make people feel like there's only one person they can be, and that has to be the fucking dreadlock wearing, I'm a black person and I'm proud wearing nigga. It's like, why can't you just be yourself? You know what I mean? I'm a guy who likes to play video games. I say a nigga occasionally, kinda immature, but that's who I am. Ooh, there are niggas upstairs. Yo, that nigga was lasering me. And like, it was just his head peeking. Oh no. The angles.
But yeah, ethnic excellence at its finest.
I'm about to say, like, I feel like black excellence is important, but I also feel like people say black excellence when what they merely mean is I'm an asshole, and I think I want to be better than people, so I need to make sure that I never mess up, quote unquote. A lot of times people say black excellence. I see people who say black excellence say I'm a king and a queen because they want to feel like a king and a queen instead of actually putting forth the effort it takes to actually be recognized as a king or a queen or someone of higher status or someone of higher moral positioning, you know? Like, they're just saying it just because it's cool to say.
Black queens, I'm like, no, you're just an asshole. You're just a ratchet asshole. That's exactly what you are. Stop.
Let me see. You just like attention. It's okay. He's around this corner right here.
I'm about to say, and they'll hit me with the, oh, I'm just too much attitude. You can't, and most people can't handle
that
me.
side limit.
I'm like,
I'm about to say, like, having an attitude doesn't mean you have to be a dick.
I'm about to say, cut that shit out.
He in this hallway right the fuck here. He about to cut. He's coming close to the room.
But
like,
go ahead.
Like, it's not. I don't know. I feel like that's tomfoolery.
But what isn't tomfoolery nowadays?
Like, I feel like it's not. Like, stop trying to be something that you're not. It's not like it doesn't make you cooler or more. Yeah, I mean more hip.
You're telling me that nigga beat me by a couple points, and that is why I have 5-1-0 and he has 5-1-1. Okay.
Why
I want to say we're kind of past it, but like because it has happened before. Whenever I've been called by spick by say a black guy,
oh, this is getting
it's
real.
Like okay, I just want to throw it in because like I don't know, it's different because when a black guy calls me spick, I'm just like yeah okay, nigger, it's just like you throw it back. But then like when a white guy, however, calls me a stick, he's like I want to kill him, his family tree, and everything that it's like. I don't know, but I think it's just because of all the history and how fucked up it's been because of the fucking Caucasians. I think that's just it. It's just it's like that with all races against whites.
But why does it have to be?
Turn that off.
Why does it have to be? Like there's nowhere, there's no up from here. Like, if everybody sees it that way, it's only going down from here.
I'm about to say.
Like, if everybody sees it like that, then we might have if that's how it's gonna go, then eventually there's gonna be some kind of mass genocide of people who look a certain way or act a certain way or have a certain family lineage, which would just be repeating the past. It would just be repeating the past. So it's like, yeah, it's bad, I guess, but at the same time, it's kind of you gotta get some leniency or something on people. And I mean, you can't treat everybody like a demon, or that's all everybody will become.
Demon lolly.
You gotta stop.
This nigga in lollies, bro.
Calls us weird.
Hey, yo. I called you weird, but I never said I wasn't weird.
Yo, homeboy really said the inside of girls' legs look gross. So I was like, I can't with this nigga.
I don't throw that in. That doesn't need to be mentioned.
That's being thrown in.
No.
That's being heard on. That's being heard on all platforms.
We don't need to talk. This nigga's name is Starving Manga Kaka. Alright, nigga? No.
Mangaka? You're fucking crazy. You're lying.
Mangaka, nigga.
I can't. Just the worst humans.
Yo, this is
Just the worst.
This is love. This is life, yo.
Just
I don't know, man.
The worst.
I'm gonna draw a penis in this one. There we go.
Joseph is cool.
He did like that. You faggot.
You said it's Gucci.
Is there anything else you guys want to add before I wrap this whole thing up? Because it's been like 2 hours, and yeah.
Oh, really?
I'm flies when you're having fun, you know.
I'm about to say, the last one was on like an hour. This one's like nearing 2 hours, which is straight. I don't mind.
I can't, you know what, I'm fucking... I died! Oh no! He's right around the corner!
He baited you around the corner. That's not
Yes,
good.
he did.
But yeah, I feel like, you know, I think that's kind of it. People are just kind of dicks sometimes, and it's sad.
But it's life.
But it is what it is.
Alright, let's
Right
get
there on
into our book recommendations.
What? Sean winning us the game?
Okay, drill at them niggas. Drill at them niggas.
Exactly.
But yeah, my book that I recommend is Deeper Than the Dead by Tammy Hoang, Hoang, Hoag. I don't know, Huang. Basically, it's like a serial killer tale. It's like, the synopsis is basically a serial killer terrorizes a small town in California. That's pretty much just it, and that's pretty much all I can say without getting too much into the spoilers. But yeah, it's a good mindfuck book, and I really enjoyed it.
That shit kind of sounds fire. I think my book would have to be. I don't know if I said this the last time, but the second book in the Three Body Problem series is, ooh, sorry. It's called The Dark Forest, and yeah, I recommend you don't really read too much into it, but I've talked about the series the first time. I recommend you don't look at the back of the book, you know, and see the little synopsis, because it's kind of better without it. But it's following that same story. It's a few years later. It does some little time jumps, but again, it's hard sci-fi. It's really good. I think that, you know, this is like, I'm gonna go through these books before I move on to other things, because currently I am reading these books. I'm on the last book of the series. So if I'm gonna, you know, obviously be recommending things to you guys, then I wanna actually have read it first. But yeah, it was definitely really good. I really liked it. It's probably my favorite one. And I think that anybody who's really into sci-fi is gonna really like it. I read mostly sci-fi. If anybody really likes sci-fi, then, you know, that's definitely a book for you. But yeah.
Oh, there's a webtoon that I've been reading that's been actually really interesting.
That's funny. I don't know why that was funny to me.
Oh my goodness. And what's it called? It's called Bloodless Wars. And like, it's futuristic. It's about how like video games meet real life problems, basically. And honestly, it's really good. I enjoy it. There's a lot of gore. So, yeah.
Oh boy.
Good old violence. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You already know where to find every single one of us. And you guys want to have your little closing statements?
Try to be nice. If you're not nice, you know, everybody makes mistakes. Just try not to be a dick.
I can agree with that.
that's the only thing I really have to say to everybody.
Drink water. Work out. Don't be weird. Make a new friend. Something, nigga. I don't know. Don't be weird. Yeah. This is pretty much it. I don't know how to end this, but yeah. 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 Alright. Alright, yeah, peace. We're done. We're done.